Hi, all my friends, relatives, and cousins. I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you my trade that I did today, which is Monday, July 21st of 2025. I want to give you an idea of my thinking process and what I did to get into this trade and what I did to get out. So, if you're looking at my chart right now and you see where I'm pointing, this gray area is the overnight session. And since today is Monday, that means overnight was Saturday and Sunday. So here we're looking at what the market is doing, and the market opens for me Central Standard Time at 8:30 a.m. So I'm looking at this and I'm usually down on my computer between 8 and 8:15. And I just want to see what the market is doing before it gets to 8:30. Now, this is a 1 minute chart, meaning that each one of these candles is 1 minute in length. So I'm looking at these candles in this period right in here, and I'm noticing that with this orange line, that's a 9 period moving average that I always have on my chart. At least this moving average. 9 period moving average means that this is the average price over the last 9 minutes. And as you guys can see, the price is above that moving average over the last 9 minutes. I also always have in place this 200 moving average, which is this white line. And that's telling me that that's the price over the last 200 minutes since we're on a 1 minute chart. So I'm just watching this, and this is going to help me determine this morning whether or not I should consider taking calls, meaning that I think the market is going to go up, or should I take puts, thinking the market is going to go down. Well, since it was looking like this before the market opened, my mindset initially is on calls, thinking the market is going to continue up when it opens. So here it opened, and sure enough, the market is still going up. Now, I don't jump in as soon as the market opens. I usually wait at least 5 minutes. So after about 5 minutes, I drew in this dotted blue line, and I wanted to see whether or not it continued up. But from Friday, I already had this pink line in, which was last Friday's open, the opening price from last Friday. So that was already in place. In addition to that, this green line showed me this was also already in place. It showed me last week's high was 629.47, which was the same high as the previous day high, which was also Friday. So last week and last Friday gave me highs. And then I already and also had this line in place that showed me the all-time high for the SPY. I'm looking at the SPY. The all-time high was 629. So these were already in place, and my moving averages are showing me that the market is going to go up or should be going up. So what I did, I drew this circle in just before starting this video. So you guys can see when it jumped here, it already crossed the 9 period moving average, crossed the 20 period moving, the 200 period moving average, and went above that. It also jumped above last week's high. Right here, when I saw this candle start to go above that, I jumped in. And I jumped in at 61 cents. Now, 61 cents translates into $61 per contract because when I'm trading options, each option contract controls 100 shares. So I actually jumped in at $61 per contract. So here I am in at 8:45 a.m. The market is still above my 9-period moving average. So I kept riding it. I stayed in the market, kept riding until it got to this yellow circle that I drew here. You see, my drawing is not so great, but I drew this in so you guys could see it. Around here at 9:05, it started to look a little shaky for me. So I closed my trade here at 9:05. So that was 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes and I closed it out at $1.27 per contract. So 127 minus 61 that I got in, that is $66 per contract in 20 minutes. Now, I don't know how many of you guys listening to this can make $66, $122, $600, depending on how many contracts you're trading. How many of you can do that in 20 minutes? That's why I've always been so excited about trading and sharing my trading knowledge with you guys. So you can see that the money is there. So while people are out there complaining about what's going on in the world, you can sit at your computer, make money, finish within, I like to finish within a half an hour. Sometimes it takes an hour. It doesn't always happen in 20 minutes, but I like to finish within a short period of time, make my money, and I'm done for the day. And that's what I wanted to share because as you guys can see, the market is still open right now. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's about 1:10 in the afternoon. And as you guys can see, it's just going sideways. So really, the money was really made for me this morning. This morning, I really made my money when the market opened up and did that within a 20-minute period. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to trade, what not to trade, but I am telling you that whether or not you're 21 or you're 81, and your brain still functions. This is something that you can learn to do and you can do on a daily basis for yourself, a weekly basis for yourself, and also share that with your friends, your relatives, your kids, your grandkids. And this is how money is made on a daily basis without much stress and without worrying about whatever else is going on in the world. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good week and I will share another video with you soon. Hey, all my friends, relatives, and cousins. This is the Hawkeye, your cousin Leon. And today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I did this morning. As far as I made some little bit of money, lost a little bit of money, then made some more money and made as much money back that I lost plus some. So I want to show you how that process went. But you notice I'm wearing this t-shirt. It says straight, you can't see it all, but it says straight out of the Bronx. And the reason I'm wearing it is because people like myself from the Bronx, you know we didn't learn this stuff growing up. If you're from Chicago, if you're from Gary, Indiana, if you're from Jamaica, if you're from the south side of St. Louis, we didn't learn this stuff. So please like, share, and comment on my videos. The reason I do these videos are twofold. One, they help me think about what I'm doing. And secondly, hopefully they help you guys learn that there's something else out here that you can do to make money without working so hard. So if you're between the ages of 40 to 90, and you're at that stage where you don't want to do anything else, You don't want to learn this, you don't want to do it. Please don't watch it for just 3 minutes and close it down. Please share it. Share it with your sons, your daughters. Share it with your nephews, your nieces. Share it with your grandkids. People are searching nowadays for something else that can make their lives better. So even if you don't want to do anything, please share and please tell other people about this. So without further ado, excuse me, let's go to what happened this morning. This video will be very short, but as you can see up here, this is the SPY. Now, let me try to put something up here. I'm trying to show you guys where I am. This is a 2-minute chart of the SPY. You see here, it says 2 minutes. SPY is the Standard & Poor's 500. This gray area is what happened overnight. And this happens to be a line chart. This line chart for me is much more visual. You can see what's going on a lot easier. Over here, this is a candlestick chart. It's still a 2-minute chart, but it happens to be a candlestick chart. I can see over here on my left, and you can see it where it's much clearer. So what happened today was I got into the SPY right at the opening around 8:30, 8:35 this morning. And I bought a call option. It went up and I was in the money. If you notice that I have this green line right here, that's yesterday's high. So I was hoping or looking to see that hopefully it would go up higher than yesterday's high and continue on. Well, it didn't. It got to this point, I was in the money. And as I looked over to my right, I can see this red candle coming into play. As soon as I saw this red candle, I decided to cut the trade. So I cut the trade with a very small loss. So by that time, I decided to change my thinking and decided to go with a put option. That means now I'm thinking that the market is going to drop. So I bought a put option around this area. And sure enough, the market dropped right to in this area. That was enough of a drop for me to make money, not only enough money to make up for the small loss I had over here, but to also give me a profit. So it gave me a profit of about $21 per contract. Now, so that means if I traded one contract, I made $21. This is all within a 15-minute period. If I traded 10 contracts, that's $210. If I traded more or less, you notice I never tell you exactly how many contracts I trade, because I don't want you guys to say, well, he trades so many contracts, I'll never be able to do that. And I also don't want you guys to say, he only traded one contract and that's not enough money. I want you guys to learn the process. So how much I made or how much anybody else makes is not really important. It's learning the process so that you can trade whatever's comfortable for you. So that's how the money was made. I did this all on a 2-minute time frame chart, 2 minutes. And again, for those of you that don't have the time each day, I still recommend that you wait until the market breaks above yesterday's high or all the way down here breaks below yesterday's low. But if you're one of the people that happen to have the time to day trade, that's what it's called, day trade for a half an hour or an hour each day, then you can catch some of these moves between the lines. And that's what happened today. It never broke a higher, it never broke lower, but this little bit of meat in the middle was enough to make some money. Within about 15 or 20 minutes, call it a day, finish for the day, and I had time to make this video. As you can see, the market over here is still moving. That's why you see the lines jumping up and down, because it's not even quite 3 o'clock Central Time for the market to close. So the market is still open. I've made my money this morning, and that is it. So again, please like, share, especially share, and comment, especially comment, because if you have questions about a certain way of trading, or you want to be individually tutored or mentored, please contact me and let me know. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll have another video coming shortly or soon, and have a great rest of your day.